Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Top SST. I am back with the chapter Political Parties and this video is only for the quick revision. So once you are done with the portion, so it will be easy for you to just glance through all the topics which has been covered in this chapter. So let's start. What is political party and what are its components? Okay, so this is the first part of the chapter when we talk about the political parties. Political party is a group of people. Okay, so what this group of people they do, they come together, they contest election, and then they hold the power in the government. They agree on some policies and programs for the society with the view to promote a collective good. Okay, this is very, very important keyword. You need to write they contest election, they hold the power in the government, they agree on some policies and programs. And why they agree on some of the policies and programs? To promote the collective good. What are the three components of political parties? So very important, LAF. L stands for the leaders, A stands for active members, and F stands for the followers. So these are the three components of political party, the leaders, the active members, and the followers. The entire part can come for 3 marks, 1 plus 2, or this question can come for 5 marks, 2 plus 3, or they can ask you only 2 marks question where they will be asking you what is political party, or separately they can ask you what are the components of political party. Now let's move from political definition to the functions of political parties. So when we talk about the functions of political party, the first three functions, you will see that it has come from the definition only. So political party is a group of people. What they do, they contest election. So that is your first function. Parties contest election. They put the policies and programs. Okay, so that is your second function. Third, parties play a devices role in making laws for the country. So party kya karti hai? Definitely they will be doing something, no, apart from making the programs and policies. So they make the laws. Then parties form and run the government. This is again is from your definition. Okay, they parties form and run the government. The parties who loses in the election, jo haar jate hain, they are also very important. Okay, don't underestimate them. So they play a role of opposition. Okay, so an opposition party plays a very important, they are like a watchdogs. They make sure that they will be criticizing the government failures, wrong policies, and whatever they are doing wrong, or they make sure that they will be criticizing them and they will bring it to the notice of the public. Why opposition party they do all these things? So that they know that in the next election this all will be beneficial for them. So opposition party in a democratic system plays a very important role. Party shapes the public opinion, and the last function is parties provide people access to the government machinery and welfare schemes implemented by the government. So these 7 functions. So out of these 7 functions, you will be seeing that the first 4 function is from your definition. Okay, they contest election. See, they contest election, and then they hold power in the government. They formulate some of the policies and programs. When they formulate the policies and program, definitely they will be making some of the laws. Okay, so these are the 4 functions which we have taken from the definition. Then जो बच गया, जो हार गया, they also plays a role of opposition party. That is your 5th function. 6th one, they shape the public opinion, and the last one is the people access to the government machinery. That is all for example, the programs which have been implemented and all those programs. Next, party system. So party system, again, when we talk about how many parties should the country should have. So all this depends on the historical background of the country, that how many parties or which party system the country should be adopted. So majorly when we talk about the party system, there are we are talking about 3 types of party system: one party system, bi-party system, and multi-party system. आप लोग सोच रहे होंगे बाई पार्टी सिस्टम कहां से आ गया? सो बाई पार्टी सिस्टम इज नथिंग बट इट इज अ 2 party system. 2 party system को ही you can call it as a bi party system also. So one party system allowed to control and run the government. These are called as one party system. For example, one party system, Communist Party of China. Okay, only one party. There are advantages, there are disadvantages. Suppose, for example, if I talk about the merits of one party system, there is less expenditure on the election campaign. The decisions are made very quickly. Okay, so these two you can write it as merit. What are the demerits of one party system? The minority, or like, the large number of people are not involved in decision making. Then it leads to almost like, like a dictatorship or autocratic rule in the country. So these are the demerits of one party system. Two-party system, in some countries, power usually changes between the two main parties, such as party system is called as two-party system, the United States of America and United Kingdom. So merits almost, it's the same, demerits, it's almost same for one party and two-party system. Multi-party system, multi-grain, you must have heard multi-grain bread, okay, where like, all the types of grains are put into together. So yahan pe bhi multi-party system is nothing but where like, n number of parties are there in the country. For example, India is the best example for the multi-party system, where we have n number of state parties, we have 8 national parties. Okay, so India is called as a multi-party system. So what they do, they several parties, they compete for the power. More than 2 parties have a reasonable chance to coming together. They are called as alliance. Okay, and multi-party system. Advantages and disadvantages, or merits and demerits of multi-party system. Demerits pehle aate hain. So how you will remember? Whatever will be the merits of one party system, that will be the demerits of multi-party system, and whatever will be the demerits, it will be the merit of the. So it will it gives the public to raise their voice. Public can shape the they can give their voice. Then there are like, n number of chances, though the decision is slow, but the decision will be like, it is on the favor of public's opinion. So these all are the merits in the multi-party system. But when we talk about demerits, definitely corruption is there. Then we should like, the election campaign, lots and lots of money is being spent. So these all are the demerits of multi-party system. Please visit to my previous videos for the better understanding and detailed answer. This is only for the quick revision, so I'll be doing quickly the topics which has been covered in this chapter. Next, state party and national party. Okay, so I have given you the important point, what needs to be the different, how like, the state party and the national party can be differentiate with each other. The question can come for 3 marks, differentiate between or distinguish between national party and the state party. A party that secures at least 6% of total votes in the election to the legislative assembly of the state and wins 2 seats in the recognized as a state party. Very important, 6%. 2 seat, okay, 6%, 2 seat. 6% kahan pe? Legislative assembly mein, and 2 seats the state. Okay, so that is called as state party. Whereas national party, a party that secures at least 6% of total votes in Lok Sabha election or assembly election. Okay, so वहां पे क्या था, लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली था, यहाँ पे लोकसभा इलेक्शन. ओके, बट 6% इज अ कॉमन. बट वहां पे 2 सीट्स था, यहाँ पे 4 सीट्स एंड win at least 4 seats in Lok Sabha is being recognized as national party. More differences, national party look into the all like, it is entire nation. For example, BJP, entire nation. Okay, state party will be only looking into their own state. Okay, so the funding and other things, they will be only looking into the state. So national party, when we talk about the national party, it is a wider concept, whereas state party is a narrow concept. National parties, again for this, okay, any ideology can come. They can ask you anything in detail. Okay, draw the symbol. They can ask you what is the symbol. Okay, for example, Bharatiya Janata Party, what is the symbol? Lotus. Okay, so you should be knowing, for example, Indian National Congress, what is the symbol? So you should know that this is the symbol of Indian National Congress. So they can ask you anything. So again, I'll be telling you, go back, revisit to my previous videos for detailed answer. So National Party, you must be wondering why ma'am has put the blue color for National People's Party. This is the 8th National Party. In your textbook, they must have given you only 7 National Party, but we have 8 National Party, and the 8th one is National People's Party. So you will be learning their ideology, when it is formed, and what, like, you know, what is their main ideology and who is the leader. This is the very, very important thing for each and every national party. Next, the challenges, very important. Okay, what are the different challenges? So we have, basically we have 4 major challenges what political party face. The first one is lack of internal democracy. The second one is dynastic succession. Third one is money and muscle power. And fourth is when we don't get a meaningful choice. Okay, lack of internal democracy within the party. Party do not keep the membership register. They don't organize the organizational meeting. They don't conduct the internal election regularly. So this is again the challenge. The second point is dynastic succession, where, like, you know, after me, my son will be the leader, or, like, you know, or it is controlled by the member of one family. So that is called as dynastic succession. Third is money and muscle power. Usually, like, you know, the parties, like, you know, they give, or like they give preference to the people or the person who is having more money and who can fund during the election. Criminals, okay, in this some cases parties even support the criminals who can win the election. The fourth and the last point, that is your challenge, is people do not find the parties meaningful choices of their votes. Sometimes people cannot even elect their different leaders either, because the same set of leaders keep shifting from one party to another party. अब हमने challenges कर लिया, तो जब challenges होंगे तो उसको overcome करने के लिए there should be some suggestion also. Let us see what are the some suggestions. The first 3 suggestions are being implemented by the constitution. Okay, and the next 3, that is your 4th and 5th and 6th, is a suggestion given, like, you know, the party needs to follow. So the first one, the constitution was amended to prevent elected MLAs and MPs from changing parties. What is this called as? This is called as anti-deflection law. Second one, affidavit. The Supreme Court has passed the order to reduce the influence of money and criminals. So every candidate who is contesting the election, they need to file the affidavit. Affidavit is nothing but it is a paper which contains all the details, all, like, you know, all details about their property, their criminal cases, all the details of the candidate. Third, Election Commission passed an order making it necessary for the political party to hold their organizational election and file their income tax return. Okay, again, this is also these 3 are mandate one, okay, which has been for the suggestion, which we can say that it has been passed by the constitution. The next, a law should be made. When I say law should be made, it is a suggestion which is being given by them. Okay, this, like, internal affairs of the political parties needs to be regulated. Then it should be made mandatory for the political parties to give minimum number of tickets, about 1/3 to the women candidates. Similarly, the quota system needs to be started for the women, where the decision making bodies of the party should be, like, you know, allow the women to give their viewpoint. Then there should be a state funding of election. The government should give parties money to support their election expenses. Okay, so these all are the most important topics which you should be knowing before you go for your board exam. Without learning these topics, please don't go for the exam. Now also we have entire 1.5 days. You can prepare well. All the best, children. I'll be meeting you with the quick revision for the next chapter very soon. Thank you.